lot less than it costs to build them, and therefore be able to lower the rents because they bought it at a lower price.
Okay. Two more questions. Why is Harlem better off having you as a congressman for the next term?
I didn't understand the question.
Why are we better off, Harlem? Why is Harlem better off with you in Congress for another term?
Well, the way you framed the question, Harlem may not be better off because we have suffered the impact of a national financial crisis as other communities have. We have lost jobs, and perhaps even faster than other communities have. Mm-hmm. And so, therefore, next year may not be as good as this year, as we find the president so desperately hard saying that the recession has formally ended. Wall Street is making money. Corporations have economic recoveries. But that as far as employment is concerned, it's inching up as though people are really just continuing to suffer. And until people are able to get jobs and dignity and provide for the quality of life of their people, life is not better. A lot of people lost their entire savings. Pension benefits have been hit, even though people haven't suffered in terms of losing their pensions. They've been encouraged to take early retirement that would be at lesser benefit. I think that when you have a time like this where you're dependent on the federal government, when you're trying to get the country out of an expensive, unnecessary, immoral war, and when you're trying to make certain that the health care is implemented, when you're trying to pass bills that provide incentives to create jobs so America can be first, that you should send to Congress someone that has experience with it, that can work with the president, and especially now that all the Republicans are just voting no on everything, including things that involve our national security. And so I think because of my experience and because of my ability to have produced for our community with stimulus funds during these times, that it would make a lot of sense, especially in view of the opponents that I've had, to send the best qualified person to Washington. And I am so grateful and appreciative that my community overwhelmingly made that decision.
Okay. Last question. 100 years from now, how would you like to be remembered? For what specifically?
Well, you know, we who've been involved in the civil rights struggle, march with Dr. King, have a hard time sometimes explaining to young people that they stand on the shoulders of so many people who lost their lives, as the fact that we have with those people that were involved with the struggle for civil rights and voting rights. And I think every generation has to be able to make its contribution, and not by themselves. Everyone doesn't have to be Adam Clayton Powell or Dr. Martin Luther King. But everyone has to be recognizing that everyone hasn't enjoyed the benefits of these struggles, and that we all have an obligation to fight that fight for better education for our kids, to make certain that people get a decent wage, to make certain that our country does not get in wasteful, unnecessary wars. And I would like to be recorded as one of those people that was a founder of the Congressional Black Caucus that did all that I could do to improve the quality of life and to bring peace to the people of this planet. And it seems to me that if I can encourage people like I've tried to do with City College to think in terms of public service, if all of us could pull together, we could reach equality far faster than if some people just wait for it to come to them without any efforts.
Thank you so much for your time and your comments.
I enjoyed